might go to the movies, he might go to the, whatever happens. But right now, it's still kind of iffy. To see what way he goes. But yeah, he's going to do one way or another. It'll be a movie or a TV thing.
I never really saw his method acting, to be honest. Everybody always says, you gotta call him by his character name, and you gotta moonwalk out of the room, don't make eye contact. Crap. You hear that shit all the time, right? I mean, you get these stories about these actors, and it was cool to say he did a movie with Willem Dafoe, but he's a regular dude. I mean, the only thing close to a method actor, and I don't know if you guys know what a method actor is, but it's like, they're always like running their lines in their real life and their character name, and they're like doing every little nuance of their character throughout their life. The only thing I really remember from him doing anything method, every fucking place that we went with Willem, he would run one line and one line only. With me, I don't know why he picked me. We'd be out in public. I remember the first time he did it, we were ordering pizza, and I was ordering a pizza margarita with no basil, and the waitress is standing right there, and they go, and Willem is ordering, he goes, just like this to me, the waitress is right here, and he looks at me, plays some more, he goes, fag. And she's like, I'm not. And then the second time we're leaving, we're like, beep, 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 for waiting for the crosswalk to go. And there's like a couple standing up there. We can see people like really going, is that bad? And he looks at me. Can we run a different line? What about Rita's, man? Is he the heterosexual bride? What on, man? That's the only thing nothing about Will. Rock?
No, he's just good. I didn't get to do a scene with him until this one. Just this one scene. It was those guys got to work with him. For some reason, I wasn't in many scenes with him, so I didn't get to, see his technique firsthand like he did.
I can see you in Platoon. First of all, I didn't see his technique.
That's what we're calling the shit now.
Well, what I meant to say is if he worked in a certain way, if all of a sudden it's a cut, he's over there doing something. Well, let's go to the next question. Stuck in.
God bless you.
What's y'all's favorite science fiction movie?
Rock?
You.
Catgirl from outer space.
I'm gonna buy a pair of briefs tonight.
Thank you.
For me, it's the OG Terminator.
Yeah.
Yes. God bless you. And everything you represent.
Did you ever have a guy dump you?
There you go! Sing it out! Sorry, guys.
I have a question for Rocco.
Yeah.
When you did the scene in the Boondock Saints where you illustrated the diversity of the word fuck, was that actually scripted or was that just you?
It was scripted. It really was. And I remember actually just memorizing the words. Nothing to do with acting. I was over there, okay, and I'm like, fuck, fuck, fuck. Then you guys, fuck, 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 fuck. And then I come in with, how do you guys, what did you guys, so it was kind of fun. But yeah, there were a lot of fucks.
There really is no other word that expresses that level of anything. I'll give you an example. You come home, you're 13. first hot chick I ever saw was Olivia Newton-John in Grease, right? She came out and she's like, tell me about that. Put that cigarette, I was like, whoa, God! That's what the trouser warm's for. Okay, I get it. Nothing, when you go home and you tell your friends, and you go, okay, I saw this movie and this girl was really, really pretty. That's like a 7. But if you go home and you go, I saw this girl and she was fucking pretty. That's a 10. That's a 10. So you can't really substitute it with anything else. You have to use that. That's like the word, the go-to word to express like a higher level.
Do they keep track of how many fucks were actually said in that movie?
Yeah, somebody did. They counted them.
It was a door guy. He had that clicker. He was watching. He was like,
Somebody said there's a drinking game, but I can't imagine that.
if you did a teaspoonful of liquor for every fuck, I'd be hammered.
Thanks, guys.
You're very welcome.
How's it going?
Good, brother.
I'm pretty sure that anyone who's seen Boondock Saints has laughed time and time from Rocco shooting the cat.
Yeah!
Which I have to say is probably the funniest fucking scene in that movie.
Agreed.
So I do have a simple question. Did you at least give it a proper burial?
That was funny, that line when I said and buried the fucking cat. Buried it was.
Dude, you splattered on the side of a movie set. Come on.
First of all,
raise your hand if you're a fucking
You
Peter.
get the off, you can get the cat off.
Yeah, and that was funny. I remember Troy said to me, he said, when you, someone say, when he comes up to me before the scene, he says, when you all go back and you're looking at the wall, Norm says, I can't believe that just happened. Wait a beat, and then say, is it dead?
I imagine she was pissed about the cat, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Hi, Sean, I have to ask, what was your favorite part of filming The Devil's Carnival?
My favorite part of filming The Devil's Carnival was when these crystal meth addicts stole like 5 Apple laptops from the set at lunchtime. And I chased those fucks to a rundown house. And they ran inside. We called the cops. The cops came and they're like, well, we don't have any probable cause. I'm like, I fucking saw them. What do you mean you don't have fucking probable cause? These 2 eyes saw the fucks pick them up, run into that house. After like 15, 20 minutes, this is no shit. This is a dead serious story, man. They stole laptops. And it was like, okay, now that we shoot digitally, all the footage is there. I'm like, okay, I wrapped in 2 days. All the footage is on that shit. We're getting the fucking laptops back. I'm not shooting another like month. We're getting the laptops back. It's like, well, it's LA movie sets. So they're like, well, don't chase them. We don't want any violence. I'm like, fuck that, man. They got the fucking laptops. I'm like beating on the door, and so you hear the TV turn off. You hear like quiet, like, oh, okay, you're not there. I saw you run in, you fucking crackhead. And they're like, one of them was like 14. And literally everybody was like, did they just take the laptops? I'm like, they're just standing there going, I think they just took the laptops. What the fuck is wrong with Hollywood, man? Run these fucks down. So they run in this house, the cops come. It's literally like 45 minutes, they're talking, they're having all this dialogue about like, should we knock on the door, should we not? I'm like, I don't even know what to say. What do you mean, should you knock on the door? You don't want to fucking wake them up? What are we doing here? Let's protect them. I mean, we don't want to offend them. Fuck them, they stole my laptop! Finally, they knock on the door. They go in and they search the house. They're like, oh, we can't find them. I'm like, dude, they went in there, they're somewhere, searching everywhere. Anyway, they found all the laptops over the back fence. They had thrown them over the back fence, and they answered the door. Literally, they like, hello? No, laptop, no. Ran in here, no. Did you see anybody, friend? No. Are you a cop? Oh, yeah, no. I was like, fucking yeah, they're in there. Anyway, they found the laptops behind the house. One dude, they couldn't arrest him because he was like 12. I thought the kid was like 16. He's like 12. I'm like, you got your 12-year-old running and stealing shit. They found like all kind of shit in there. We got the laptops back. 2 of them, the screens were off, but at least the hard drives were salvageable, That was
my favorite little memorable moment from the Delta Carnival. Not to bifurcate that in a different direction, but that was kind of a entertaining night. And this all happened at like 6 a.m.
In Riverside.
Which is like a double side up.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. She wanted nothing about Tony Carter. She's like, I just wanted to know about grief. Tears, John.
Hi.
How you doing?
Love you guys. Thank you for being part of such an amazing cult just picture and
That's something that you actually have to put the classic after.
cult classic, sorry. My bad.
Otherwise, we got some Branch Davidian shit going on. Thank you for being such a part of a great cult. No, you gotta fucking carry on.
Cult classic. Sorry. My bad.
Wake up, man.
So sorry. You know, you guys are an institution to me and just many people here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My question is, one or two, which was your favorite?
Ooh, baby.
I love the second one. And I obviously became a diehard from the first one. But the second one was awesome. So y'all enjoyed the shoot. Which one did you enjoy the shooting for, I guess?
Oh, Belize.
Thank you.
That's a fan.
Yeah. That thinks I run a fucking cult. How much you ain't gonna get?
Hi. I was wondering, y'all clearly had a pretty wild bunch, filming 2 movies. What was the craziest event that happened that the cameras didn't get to see? Like some kind of crazy story. I imagine y'all did something, when the cameras weren't rolling.
Oh, brother. First of all, you're talking about a movie where pretty much they just set dudes loose with cameras. I mean, it was such an atypical Hollywood film. Shenanigans were rampant on that set, on both of them. I mean, it was nothing but shenanigans. Rock, take it from there. He's out of batteries. Cat's guy's machine. Do this.
Looks like you got a gadget in your pocket.
No, a lot of crazy, that was my first film, and I was over there, man, everything's going to be like this, But that was really what he said. It was just kind of like a very, no one told us what to do.
Okay, I'll tell you one, since it's Cat Scott Rock's machine. Do you guys remember in the end, those beautiful little girl, I would say little girl, I was like 24 or something, in the back of the courtroom, weeping, little blonde curly hair, remember that? I remember before shooting at Troy and a lot of the crew guys rented a house in Toronto. They had a big house and a jacuzzi in the back. And I remember walking in there because he was having a party one night, and Rock's in the back with like it looked some kind of champagne. He was like a rat. He was like Jay-Z, man. Whatever. He had like had some like I think it's Crizzy is the street term. I don't know what it was. It was a bottle of Jack and a bottle of this, and next to him, sitting in the jacuzzi, like with a shit-eating grin, is Rock. And the chick is right here next to him in the jacuzzi. I'm like, solid, Rock, solid.
But it really was loose. But disciplined. I mean, we got there on time. It wasn't chick.
You were so modest, dude, man. You were the man, Rock.
Super single. I don't even want to tell you.
No, do tell.
No, I'll go to jail. No, really.
Just by association.
Go ahead, guys. You're awesome.
Thank you, brother. Good, man.
What was it like working with Billy Conklin in the movie? Who's like one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, he's top shelf, man. Yeah. The guy is, I mean, some of my fondest memories from Boondock are actually riding in the van to the set, because sitting and talking to Billy, I mean, literally, he's one of those guys that's, I mean, he's Hollywood rock star comedian royalty. For those of you guys that don't know, he's bigger than Chris Rock in Europe. I mean, everybody knows who Billy Connolly is in all of Europe, not just the UK, but Billy Connolly is like Eddie Murphy was in the 80s, you know? I mean, he's really huge. So, and he's been that way for 30 years. And he's one of the brightest, quickest minds that I've ever had conversations with. Me and Billy would sit at the bar for like 4 hours till 3 in the morning. I mean, literally, he's the first dude that I've ever met that could convince me not to go out on a movie set when I'm single chase ass. I'm just sitting here talking to Billy Connolly, man. It's 4 in the morning. I haven't looked at a chick once. It's bizarre to me, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, it's kind of weird. But literally, because I mean, every one of his stories is predicated with a sentence like this. So I was having a cocktail, and I reached over to David Bowie, and I said, David, pass this to Mick Jagger. And David said, why are you stroking my penis? The thing is, fucking, he's serious. Billy Connolly's serious. Like David Bowie and Mick Jagger, he was fucking, they were there. I mean, every one of them. It's just like, Marion Faithfull said to me one time, I'm like, whoa. You know, it's just like every one of his stories is like stuff like that. And it's just, he's a genius and a genuinely good human being, man. Just a really good guy. Great insight on life, on love, on everything. I just love to pick his brain just because he's a really good experience. He's just lived life to the full, you know?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.